Hey everybody, this is Peter with Cooking with Peter. Today we're going to be making Baja fish tacos and we're going to be using the air fryer. I've got a lot of things to show you. I'm going to show you how to do some really incredible condiments and my famous salsa. Are you ready? Let's get going. Okay, let me go over the list of ingredients today. We're going to be using these ultimate fish sticks. Here we have some corn tortillas, which we will be cooking in a few minutes. Some sour cream to go on top. Here we have some coleslaw, some jalapeno pepper, cilantro, green onions, and of course you can't have fish tacos without lime. Here we have the red onions. We have some guacamole and we have a Baja sauce back in the back. One of the first things I'm going to get ready for you to show you how to do is to make pickled red onions. The pickled red onions give the Baja fish tacos a really incredible flavor, so I think it's really important. It's really easy to do. I was actually quite surprised when I learned how to make pickled red onions. Let me show you how. First, you want to take a small to medium red onion, take the skin off, of course, and then you want to slice it very thinly. Remember, these are just going to be going onto your Baja fish taco, or quite frankly, whatever else you want to put them on. So just slice it quite thinly like you're seeing me do here. Now just take your onion slices and put them into a jar where you're going to keep the slices of red onion. I happen to pick this up over at the dollar store, so it's very inexpensive to get. And this is what they're going to look like inside that jar before the pickling sauce goes on top. Making the pickling solution for the red onions is very easy to do. Here we just have 1 cup of white vinegar. I have 1 cup of water, 1/3 of a cup of granulated white sugar, and then I have 1 tablespoon of salt. All we're looking to do is just to melt the sugar, so this is not going to take very long. So let me show you the next step once this gets heated and the sugar gets melted into the water and vinegar mixture. I've simmered this vinegar, water, sugar, salt mixture for just a couple of minutes, and then I let the sugar melt. As you can see, you can't see any sugar or salt in there. Now I'm just going to pour this into this container of the sliced red onions. It really cannot be any more simple than this. Fill that to the top. And now all we have to do is let this sit in the container for about 30 minutes to an hour and it's going to be ready to go. All right, so let me set this aside and we'll continue on with the next steps. I do want to show you the type of fish that I'm using for our Baja fish tacos today, and it's these large fish sticks that I buy over at Costco. These are fantastic for making fish tacos with. I absolutely love it. Could I batter my own fish and do all that? I could. Am I going to? Nope. I'm trying to make my life more easy. I want to make your life more easy as well. So those fish sticks are super handy, super delicious, and that's the type of fish that I use in my Baja fish tacos. They also cook up really, really well in the air fryer. All right, let me show you the next step. I'm going to show you how to make my world famous Salsa Pedro. Are you ready? Okay, for the Salsa Pedro, I use 1 large can of Rotel tomatoes with the green chilies inside, and these are a mild. Now you can get them hot if you want, but I don't like it hot. Hold your finger on the lid like this, and you want to pour the liquid into the blender. Kind of push down on the lid so you're squeezing that liquid out. Now I'm using 1 can of fire roasted diced tomatoes. Same principle. Hold the lid and let that fall down into the liquid fall down into the blender. Now I'm going to add to this 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. To this I'm also going to add 1 chipotle chili. You can put as many as you want. I am not a huge fan of heat, so I don't use so many of those. Now take a pair of scissors and take a bunch of cilantro, and you just want to chop this up into the blender, stems and all. The stems are really good in the salsa because it really gives a great flavor. So go ahead and cut those down. You can see how far I took it down. Now I have 2 green onions. Chop those up a bit. Now I have 1/2 of a small onion just cut into pieces. To this I'm going to add the juice of 1 lime. One of the things people do when they're making salsa is they do put too much lime in there. So 1/2 of 1 lime is about enough juice for this. Now put the lid onto the salsa, and you want to turn this on and blend it until it's almost completely liquidy. All right, the time it will take for you depends upon which blender you have. Now I'm going to take that can of tomatoes and just pour those in. Oh, God. Now I will take the other can and I will pour those into the container. Now the trick is that you want to now pulse the salsa. You don't want to blend it. Put your blender over to the pulse mode and then you want to just pulse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. And we are finished with Salsa Pedro. And I'm telling you, it's a delicious salsa. If you want your salsa to be more liquidy, just go ahead and blend it longer. I particularly like chunky salsa, and this is why. I blend the other ingredients very well into the tomato sauce, and then I put the tomatoes in last and just simply pulse them through 4 or 5 times. All right, my friends, I hope you love that Salsa Pedro recipe. I'm telling you, it is fantastic. Whenever I'm going to somebody's home for a function, they always ask me to bring Salsa Pedro. By the way, the link for all of these items is going to be down below in the description, so you can click that link. It'll take you over and give you the recipes for all of this. It's on my website, cookingwithpeter.com. That's where you'll find the recipes. Okay, now I need to get ready to cook the tortillas. I have my skillet here on my induction cooker warming up, and I'm going to come over here because we need to be turning on the air fryer version of the ninjacombi. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. 400 degrees is what I'm setting this for, and I'm going to go ahead and set this up for 20 minutes. I'm just going to do a preheat. That's all that I'm doing. The fish sticks are going to be cooking for about 10 minutes at about 400 degrees. So that will be ready in about 3 or 4 minutes and we'll get going. One of the things that I like to do with fish sticks is I always put a little oil on them. I always put a little oil on both the front and the back. Even though it's an air fryer, it still needs a little oil for it to work well. So that's why I always put a little oil on anything I'm putting in the air fryer. Okay, our air fryer is now ready. I've let it preheat for about 3 minutes. I'm going to put the fish in the air fryer, as you can see. And now I'm going to reduce the time down to 10 minutes. Now it's time to turn over here to the tortillas. So one of the things that I do is I spray the tortillas with a little oil before putting them into the pan. Now the pan also has a little oil. You want to make sure that the tortillas are getting a very good little crust on them. That's one of the reasons why I put a little oil on them, and I'll be flipping these over 2 or 3 times just to get them to the place where I want them. All right, everybody, the tacos are almost ready to start putting together. I've got these great tortillas that I've put into the skillet, and you can see they got some nice marks here on them. They look fantastic. If you are not cooking your tortillas, you're missing out. So put them in the skillet with a little bit of oil, or you can put them in a plancha, which is a flat griddle, and they'll come out a lot better. The taste is always amazing. You need to fry them like this so they have some great color on them and they will taste delicious, a little toasted corn. I have my tortillas here. Now I like to use 2 tortillas. One of them is to hold the fish and the condiments, and this one is just to help support that structure. Okay, as you can see, I'm getting everything set up because those fish sticks are almost ready, and this is what it looks like when I have it almost ready to go. You can see the 2 tortillas are right there. One, as I said before, is to help hold everything in, and then the support is on the bottom. This is why I cook the fish sticks in the air fryer. A little bit of oil on them. They come out fantastic every time. And now I'm going to start building these delicious Baja style tacos. I like to use a little bit of what they call Baja style sauce in the bottom. You can use any brand you want. You can make your own if you wish. So I just put a little squeeze here on the bottom, not very much, and then I drop in the fish. I like to use 2 fish sticks in each taco. Now on the top of the fish, I'm going to be putting in some condiments. So I like to just use a little bit of cabbage, and this is just a tri-colored coleslaw. I just bought it at the store. Again, I'm just trying to make my life more simple. If you want to go and shred all this stuff yourself, go ahead, not me. I'm at the stage in my life where I want things to be easy. On top of here, I'm going to be putting in some guacamole. Just a little bit, don't want much on there, just a little bit. I'll spread that around. My goodness, you can't have a Baja style taco without avocado or guacamole. So I'll put that on. Now I have just a little bit of sour cream. Now I have some of my Salsa Pedro. Again, the recipe for all of this is down below. Just click the link and you can have all of this for yourself. So easy to do, so easy to make for your family. It all comes together in less than an hour. Now we have some cilantro, some pieces of lime, because you can't have a Baja style taco without lime, trust me. Makes it so delicious. And now to finish everything off, I'm going to be putting on some of these delicious red pickled onions. And what I like to do is I just put a little more of this Baja sauce on the top. Again, you can make it any way that works for you. And there we have it, my friends. Air fryer, Baja style tacos. They are absolutely delicious. I plan to eat at least one when I finish this video, but I hope you'll like it. They came out beautifully, and I'm so happy with the way that they look. They're always so delicious. My family loves them every time that I make them. I want to thank you for watching the video today. I really appreciate it. Do me a favor, give us a big thumbs up. Really appreciate it. If you have not subscribed already, please do so. It really helps us out. Also, you can become a supporting member of the channel. You can become a sous chef. You can become a kitchen assistant or an executive chef. Just click the link down below. Or if you wish, if you got anything out of this, you can always just buy me a coffee. I really appreciate it. Now, all of you may be thinking that I give all this food away whenever I'm finished, and sometimes I do, quite frankly, but there's something about Baja fish tacos that are just fantastic. So wish you were here to enjoy with me. Come on by. So good.